Hi guys, good morning.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. And like I just told you off record, I am very excited to have you because my uncle has given me a lot of questions to ask you because he's extremely passionate about farming. He works in an IT company, and my other uncle works in the US, and they both are so passionate that even in the US, उन्होंने अपने backyard में बहुत सारा vegetables को grow करके he tells me with a lot of pride that you know what, ये जो tomato तू देख रहा है, ये मैंने उगाया है अपने backyard में. And so today I am kind of going to do a podcast on their behalf to try and understand the market in India. And if you tell my uncle in the US that he could make decent money in India by doing farming, I'm sure he will directly move. Okay, to that extent, they're passionate. And the other thing that I'm deeply curious to understand is this market of farming in general, because we tend to hear so many news about the farmer suicide and farming not being viable and the farmer struggling. But we also miss out on the bright side, which is where farming is an extremely viable business. And just like any other business, there are too many constraints, but those constraints can be overcome to an extent where you can gain enough control over the business. And there's also a possibility of you doing insanely well in this business. And because you guys have been in this field for about half a decade, we want to get a deeper understanding of how to treat farming as a business and then grow sustainably to an extent where farmers can become millionaires in India. If that's clear, shall we get started?
Yes.
Great. Guys, let's start with the first question. मुझे बताओ, ये जो बोलते हैं ना कि फार्मिंग एक गोल्ड माइन है, क्योंकि मेरे अंकल मुझे हमेशा बोलते हैं कि अगर तूने एक फार्मलैंड अच्छे से ले लिया ना, तो ये स्टॉक्स वॉक्स सब तू छोड़ दे, तो तू इतना पैसा कमाएगा कि तू उसी से फाइनेंशियली फ्री हो जाएगा. तो वॉक मी थ्रू दिस. इज दिस अ मिथ और रियलिटी?
Yeah. Firstly, it's true. Farming is a gold mine. So, farming is the oldest profession that human beings have been involved in, more than thousands of years. And it wouldn't have survived this long if it was not profitable. Today, as proof point, we have clusters in every state in India where you can find amazingly rich farmers. They will have cars that we can't even imagine. They will have land sizes. They will have a lifestyle that we would have never thought about. That's because they have actually understood how to make profits out of the farm.
These people use latest of the technologies. They import material to be used on farm, like anything which you can imagine in a very professionally run business where there are consultants and then there is a proper production line. That level of management is there in such.
जस्ट टू मेक दिस मोर ल्यूक्रेटिव, मुझे बताओ कि सबसे फैंसी कर अपने फार्मर के पास क्या देखा, तो ऑडियंस उससे समझ जाएगी कि वाओ बहुत पैसा है इसमें.
मैं जनरल बता देता हूँ, सबसे फैंसी नहीं बताऊंगा. But generally we have seen कि it is very common for farmers to have cars like Fortuner. Once they start seeing regular good cash flow coming from the farming profession, so they want a powerful car जिससे उनकी खुद की पावर भी दिखे, and the powerful car is actually useful also, which can drive in rural areas. तो Fortuner is like very common. उसके अलावा it's very common for farmers to use bulky SUVs in Mercedes and BMW range.
Yeah,
Insane.
in Mercedes and BMW, mostly we see SUVs over there, not.
तो सेडान है ही नहीं, farmers are
Sedan
directly
तो है
using
ही नहीं.
SUV.
Yeah.
हाँ,
BMW and Mercedes.
right.
Very fascinating. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you find value in our work, please hit that subscribe button, because for you it might be a zero effort task, but for us that subscriber count is an important instrument to get great guests to our podcast and to make this podcast better for you. So if you find value, please subscribe.